That's nicely out of focus. There we go. Let's see if anyone hops in. Somebody viewing, possibly. That might be me. Oh, well. I'll just get cracking with this and see if anyone else logs in. Oh, hi Clash of Dice. How you doing? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Is there anybody there? Excellent. Good. Good to hear it. Oh, yeah, let's just, off to a really professional start there. All right. You might not be able to hear me over the airbrush in a second, but, you know. Right, the question is, can you hear me over the airbrush? Joe? And Kev, right. Right, so I've got making use of this green stuff world. That's all backwards, isn't it? Wonderful. Green stuff world metal filters. I've been raving about this in the Discord, and you'll see why in a minute. Yeah, seems legit. How cool is that? This stuff is incredible. Just checking you guys can hear me over the airbrush, right? That's good to hear, or not hear, as the case may be. Switching colours. I'm quite happy with this this wave Serpent. Picked it up from Troll Trader for about just shy of 20 quid, I think. It was on sale. The only thing it's missing is a canopy. And it even came with a weapon loadout I wanted, so it's all good. Yeah, Clash, it's well, it's not a rescue, it's from Troll Trader. So second hand. Hey Tom. Welcome, welcome. I'm just off to the side of the screen at the moment, making a mess. I'll be with you in a moment. Putting some bone-coloured primer in. I'm going for a two-tone effect on this. Yeah, that's right, Joe. That's where I picked this one up. It was Black Friday. There we go. Ruining miniatures in real time. while we get creative. Cheating. Maybe get up under it with a finer airbrush in a minute. Again, start getting some highlights in there, I think. God, that really is terrible, isn't it? Yeah, that's more or less in focus, isn't it? Yeah, Tom, it's again all backwards, but Green Stuff World green metal filter. They do a whole range of colours. That's straight over a black gloss primer. Works best over gloss, like most metallics. I think Element are doing them. Don't quote me on that, but I think Element are doing them. Oh, you know what I didn't do that I was going to do? Oh well, I'll do it later. I was going to put some Grelin Earth on it and get some crackle medium going on for that been through the wars kind of not pristine Eldar look. Grimdarky goodness. So I'm just picking out the edges with a lighter colour bone now. So it's got a little bit of variation to it. Might be a little bit too subtle to pick up on the camera. Wow. I'm sort of half watching the chat, so if you've got any questions, feel free to fire away. I know it's. I'm sure you've seen someone using airbrush. You've seen everyone using airbrush, so it's. Just don't ask me what airbrush it is because I'm gonna. Oh, we are. KK Moon. Just picked a bundle up off Amazon, which is what it was. I think it cost me maybe 120 all in. That's with the compressor and everything. Two spray guns and a. Actually, it was 3 spray guns, 2 gravity-fed spray guns and a compressor. So that's a bit of pure white. And this is just going on the really spiky bits. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's getting a bit elderly now, so it gets clogged fairly easily, but yeah, it's. You can pretty much pay what you want for an airbrush. I think it might be almost time to get the brush out. Oh, sing to me, somebody. Sing to me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on humming. It's going to drive everyone potty. Go on, Kev, you know a few songs. Sing for us, man. And off goes the airbrush. This is where things get interesting. Oof. Right. Let's have a quick examine and see what's going off. Oh, he's got glasses on. Good. I think if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need to get an autofocus on there, on the webcam. But yeah, I don't know whether to go with a crisp line there or not. I've got some masking tape, so I could go crisp on it, but I don't know. I'm kind of sold on the fade, kind of. Right. Snake bite leather. Because one thing I noticed about these tank drivers is they have leather jackets on with fur ruffs. So what I'm probably going to do with the canopy is tint it with some enamels, but I've not got any at the moment, so that'll have to wait. There we go. Whoever he stuck his arms on didn't stick his arms on very well, but I can't see anyone caring. They probably won't even notice, except you lot, because you lot will know. I know you'll point it out at Paul Fest. Yeah, Grime's coming. That's what I wanted to do, get the texture paint involved for. Hey, Starkiller. I think there might be a bit of delay on the feed, I don't know. And it's all dreadfully out of focus. There we are. And washed out. It's a bad camera. Guess what I'm going to be investing in next year. Right. Let's get that bit washed out. Because if you wash that out a little bit, it will pass for blonde. Look at that. Is there any more brown I need to do? Not really. Okay, cool. I'll leave it there though. Oh. Gilliman flesh. For that few little bits of flesh that are on display. Tempting Slanesh. Yeah, I use contrast paints. I know, it's cheating. See me, cat. Paul's apprentice? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how he'll feel about that. He might be watching, you never know. Do you know what? I think most of that canopy can be actually copper can be drowned in another contrast paint. Oh yeah, you can cheat at painting. Watch me. This is what I'm doing. This is my entire thing. I can't paint properly. Good Lord, no. So that's Basilicanum Grey going on there. Really rushing it on there because I'm going to be sticking a canopy over the top of this anyway, so you won't be able to make out too much detail through the tint I'm going to put on it. So not a lot of point in worrying too much about it. It's the sort of thing contrast paints are perfect for. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, Clash. There are people that say it's cheating though because I'm not doing it the long way. I mean, I can. I've been painting for years, so I know the techniques. But I know how to use the latest tools to get around having to do them. Joe, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Well, it's possibly an option. I've got some canopies that I can stick on there. I sort of half consider putting the the half canopies that the Eldar get, particularly on the Harlequin bikes. I might stick one of them in, but I kind of like the look of the full canopies on the tanks. Yes, Clash, that would be cheating. Although, would it though? I don't think it would, unless you were entering it for a competition or trying to get into no retreat or something like that, where there's a minimum standard for entry. That might be considered cheating, or at least unethical. But if you need someone else if you haven't got the time to do your own painting and you want to feel painted miniatures, as most people do, yeah, by all means, commission someone. I don't think that's cheating per se. Shaking paint. Creed camo. Just going to pick out the shoulder pads on the pilot. Oh, this paint's beginning to chip off already. Terrible. Terrible. Okay. What else I'm going to put in green? A little screen there. Red. Contrast paint again. Flesh Terrors red. There's going to be a few things that need to be Flesh Terrors red. There's that red button there, which is probably marked with the Eldar rune for on. Right. Can't be on gems already. No, we're not on gems yet. I'll leave that alone for a bit. Black Templar. And a big brush. Yes, I would happen to agree with that. It is one of the best, certainly one of the best reds that Games Workshop do, by a long stick. Gonna look slightly wrong. Okay. Excuse me. Ooh, now you're asking. To be honest, I don't know what Eldar units exist that aren't actually released at the moment, so I wouldn't be in a position to answer that, unfortunately. But, I do like the Eldar vehicles. They're very, very swish. And I think they pretty much stand up against modern miniatures as well. I mean, there's nothing that any of the Primaris tanks are any better than this at all. Let's get a bit of that in there. Right. What we're going to do now, I think, is I turn the airbrush on again. Get some gloss varnish on the go. Don't know why I even bothered getting the wet palette out. I never use it. You don't really need to with contrast paints, I find. There we go. What was I doing? Answers on a postcard. Brain. Oh yes, right. Ooh. Such a long way down, that compressor. Such a long way down. The water out of that. In with the varnish. A little bit of thinner for flavour. Mix it up. And on it goes. Liberal coating of gloss varnish. No, I'm not wearing a mask. Why? Because I'm not dead yet. This should stop the paint peeling off, and it should also help with the next bit. Can anyone guess what the next bit is? This is when we find out how long the delay is. Give you a clue. It doesn't involve an airbrush. No, it's not grime. Yeah, pretty much. Finger painting. Now, there's another thing you need gloss varnish for, or varnish in general. Get this as dry as I can. Ooh, I'm getting pinged by something. Something is pinging me. No, it's not grime. It is very similar. It is an enamel paint, so you're in the right ballpark. It is, yeah, that's your backward reading training. Panel liner. Where's my panel liner brush? That'll do. Now, this is panel liner for sand and desert camouflage, which is pretty much all I've got. A quick look, I might have another one. Slimy dark grime, dark streaking grime, rust streaks. Panel liner for white and winter camouflage. That might be better. What do you reckon? Which one? Oh, is it? Oh, that's good. It's backwards for me. I think we'll go with white. That's kind of green. This is where it gets experimental. It's not coming out. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Look at that. Whoosh. Panel lined. And again, whoosh. Panel lined. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Good call on the white. Can you see the magic happening? All these different tools I used to cheat. Okay, makes up for my lack of talent. Look at that. Anyone would think I knew what I was doing. When, in actual fact, any monkey could do this. as demonstrated by the fact that I'm doing it. And I am, in fact, any monkey. Ook. It is oddly satisfying. It is. It's the way it creeps up the lines as well, which is like witchcraft. Boom. Boo. And down the other way. Boo. Can we make it all the way down? Nope. No, we can't. Because there's one of them in the way. And I guess you could use this with the little bits in between bits of Primaris armor. Use a thinner brush, obviously, but you'd need to varnish them all the same. If you don't varnish it, it doesn't flow properly. It took me quite a while to learn that. And now it won't take you as long, because I've just told you. Miracle of YouTube. This is very satisfying. Let's get that down there as well. And it is literally just a dab in the paint pot and then touch to the line, and it flows out of your paintbrush down the line, and it makes you look like you've got talent. Kind of. Yeah, whoever made this glued that in place, which isn't ideal for me, but yeah. And the other thing it does, what do I have to? I've never not, but I suppose, yeah, I reckon you could probably use matte, yeah, because it's just something to seal the paint, something that's not as porous as the paint. I'll give it a go. Give it a go and get back to you. But I usually use gloss because the next step is applying the streaking grime, which kind of does need a gloss if you want to get enough off for the effect I'm looking for. And the other thing it does is it goes round gems and things. You just pop it on the top, and just like magic, round it goes. And you didn't see that because it wasn't on camera. I've got another one there. Here we go. Pop. More pop. There we are. Look at that. Just like that. That's it, yeah, Clash, yeah. Oh, there's a... I didn't know there was a line there. Let's get something in there as well. Cool. Every day is indeed a school day. I learn something new every day. Today I learned how to stream. Today I also learned that I need a better camera and a better microphone and a better everything. This is really satisfying. Yeah. I like the look of that. That is looking pimp, ladies and gentlemen. And if anyone says I said that, I will deny it. Right. Oh, it's going to take ages to dry. Oh well. Stick the airbrush out. Get a bit of airflow over there. Ah. Every day is a school day. The airbrush blows the panel liner around. Oh, it's not what I want. Where is it? White and winter, there we are. I could get a hairdryer, but that's going to be even noisier than the airbrush. Hum. What I'll do is I will. Yeah, that'll do. Get a bit of black primer, gloss black, and start picking out gems ready to go over with. Oh, now then, if you haven't used this stuff, again from Green Stuff World, because I apparently am sponsored by them, but I'm not. This stuff is incredible. It is perfect for gems and things. Right, okay. This is where this goes everywhere because the paint. Oh, we're all right. We're all right. No, we're not all right. We're not all right. We're really not all right. Oh, it's all going wrong. Oh, it's all going badly, badly wrong. Fix it, Moog, damn it. Fix it. No. Ah. Q-tip. Q-tip to the rescue. Battle damage. To hell with it. Yeah, right. If I dried them off like that, it might work. Yes, get the finger in there. There's your finger painting. So what's everyone else painting? Or are you all watching me like some kind of crazy stalker? Where's Lexicus? Has he appeared? He was all up for it earlier, but he hasn't. Typical. Typical. DOK, Snake Ladies and... Oh, Disciples of Cain, right. So, Snake Ladies, Deathcore of Krieg, what? Right. So that's had a little bit more time. I think the paddle liner still hasn't dried yet. I think I'm approaching that point where I'm thinking to heck with it. I think we're probably dry enough to proceed with the ungrungeoning, with the grime as streakiness. Time to switch out the airbrush for a smaller one for greater control. And you'll notice that I have not done anything underneath. I have all that to do. And I'm also going to put some Agrellan earth all over it and go over it again, but probably not on this video. It will be done though. Oh yes. No, Moog. No, bad Moog. Turn on the compressor first. There we go. Oh, I'll put some thinner in that. It's still gloopy as anything. Wow. Look at that. Oh, it's glorious. Oh, yes. Right. May use some of it as actual grime. Look at that. All that effort to paint it sort of bony white, and now it's brown. As nature intended it. go off to the side whilst I clean my airbrush. That's just what you need to see, isn't it? In with a Q-tip. Oh no, compressor, don't die. Don't die, compressor. Right. That's clean. Yeah, sorry, I had to do that because can't let the enamels dry in the airbrush, otherwise world go boom. Right. Old Faithful. Yeah, you see, if you don't put that Agrellan earth on it, you don't get the texture I was after, but it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. I can whilst some Agrellan earth on it later. Spray over it quickly, because it takes a while, that stuff, to dry and crack properly. And I'm sure you have no interest in literally watching paint dry. There we are. Certainly getting there, isn't it? Oh, it's just awesome patina it puts on there, and patina, or whatever you want to call it. Patina. Yeah, let's go with patina. Patina, aqua patina. One for the old people. Anything could happen in the next half hour. Bits of paint peeling off. But to be expected. I'm rubbing quite hard. Look, misses. Sorry, children. What should we do next? Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to find my brush. Oh, trusty brushy brush. Chrome. You wait till you see this stuff in action. I mean, just on the palette. It's just crazy. Now there's two formulations of this stuff. There's the brush formulation, which I'm using, which is for use with have a guess. And there's also an airbrush formulation, which is for use with have a guess. But it is literally a chrome finish, which if you go over this with transparent paints like contrast paints, or even the technical paints, the gem paints that Games Workshop do, it will come out really, really super shiny, which is exactly what you want. Yeah, quality of the camera is failing here, but trust me, this looks like actual metal. It is enamel there, which is something to be aware of. And as such, if you get it quick enough, you can get it out with water. But if it starts to dry, you're going to need something like white spirit or a disposable brush, like I'm using. I mean, that just looks like rather disconcertingly like a pool of mercury on my my palette. Return for the fun bit. It's all been fun. All of it's fun. Cheeky. I bet you've been away and made yourself a cup of tea, haven't you? Haven't you? Didn't make me one, did you? No. I might die of thirst. All right, dude. Take care. I'm not going to be too long anyway. You're not going to miss much. need to drop off as well in a moment because I have to be up at crazy o'clock in the morning. But before I do, I'll do a gem just to demonstrate that I can do it. Yeah, you see how it started to get a bit clagged up at the end there. Need a bit of white spirit for that. And as luck would have it, yeah, just spray it on the palette because, you know, highly flammable chemicals being sprayed over the rim. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Not like I smoke. It's just as well, really. Ooh. Well, that's new. Ooh. What could possibly go wrong? That could go wrong. I guess I'll be getting a new wet palette and not spraying white spirit on it. Oh, reality, you spoil all my fun. Right. What shall we use? I know what we'll do. We will go with pink. This is Volupus Pink. I need to determine where the light's coming from, and I usually go from that general direction. So we'll do this one here. No, let's do this one here because it's actually in frame a bit better. So the Volupus Pink is a little bit darker than the red. You dump a bit of that on there. And then you get, on a cleanish brush, a little bit of the red, which covers a bit better. And because that pink is still kind of wet and pink, it's the way we like it. It blends quite well. And you want, on one side of the gem, it's just absolutely dreadful. Let me just try and focus on what I'm doing. There we are. Yeah, you want on the side of the gem that's away from the light source, just scrape a bit more of the paint away, so that you end up with a bit more of a light surface. And I've just gone over the edge there. Never mind. And then what you can do, is you get yourself some matte white, like so. You need a tiny, tiny blob of this on the very end of the brush, and where the darkest point of the gem is, which should be towards the light, weirdly. Just put a white spot. And then you get something which looks terrible on camera. Yeah, that looks absolutely dreadful. Looks a lot better in person, trust me. And I think at that point, as I need to be up in not very many hours, I'm going to call it an evening. So thanks very much for tuning in. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. But those people who've been chatting are subscribed, so thank you for that. Yeah, everyone's liked. That's good. Cool. Spread the word. I think if there's demand for it, I might start doing these fairly regularly, although not to clash with Say Hi Paul stuff, obviously. Maybe a Friday. Don't know. Haven't decided. I'll have a think about it. Anyway, I shall call it a night for now. Good night.